Yeah, the piece, Yok Muvaj, was premiered in May 2022, almost 2 years ago, in Bristol, in the Bristol New Music Festival. And we played a program at that concert called Makam 21. And this project, or this concert, was part of our research project, which we were participating between 2015 and 2023. And this research project was called Beyond East and West, Developing and Documenting and Transcultural Musical Practice. So it was supported by the European Research Council. And basically it was a work where the musicians of Hezarfen Ensemble got trained by traditional Turkish musicians or also classic Turkish musicians. In terms of halk music and sanat music, the theory and the practice of makam playing and diverse traditional musical styles like bozlak or Karadeniz music. So we got that training for many years, and as a project, and in that project also we realized 2 opera projects, Yaşar Kemal's Deniz Küstü and Bin Boğala Efsanesi, which we did last year at the İKSV Music Festival. And the Makam 21 concert was another big project within that research project. And with Yiğit, we have a story which goes quite way back. I met him first time in 2010. I had a concert in Milano and he came to the concert, and then we talked. He introduced himself and we talked for a while, and ever since our paths crossed several times. And when the research project started, we were able to integrate him in different workshops throughout the research project. So he was able to try out things which he then concluded in this piece, which we are going to to play this night. And Makam 21 was a project with 7 commissions to Turkish and international composers, with the aim to integrate traditional music instruments into the Hezarfen Ensemble. So in Yok Muvaj, this is a kemençe, which will perform with us, which is a very nice flavor, I think, because the piece itself is something between contemporary and jazz music, and then we also have traditional instrument and also a bit of makam intonation here and there, so it's a quite diverse piece. Well, I mean, first of all, I think diversity in many aspects, but also especially in work or in artistic work. Diversity is, in our time, probably the main factor of actually being able to be productive and to work and to continue as a musician also. Hezarfen Ensemble, maybe the secret to call it, maybe a secret would be that we tried from the very beginning, which means 2010 until today, to be independent in our work. We are not part of one institution or something. We have very different or very diverse collaboration with Turkish institutions or companies like Borusan Müzik Evi, İKSV, Bilkent, Koç, Arta, all these institutions, and also international ones like Goethe Institute and the French or the Austrian Cultural Institute here, or Ernst von Siemens Music Foundation, etc. So we try to, out of the need to have different sources, which helps you to stabilize your thing when you're independent, we have this motivation to seek for more collaborations of any kind. And when you only, for example, concentrate on one certain aspect of art, maybe if you say you only do classic music or you only do jazz or anything like this, naturally the amount of work is getting reduced because you're focusing on one particular thing. So we try to spread that much more, and music allows, of course, to be combined with poetry or with pictures or with electronics or with dance performance, all that. That music can give a nice fundament for these things, but also can be affected by a collaboration with different artists and especially different mindsets, you know. Now we are all, you know, so many years together, and we had all our shared memories of, you know, very positive situations or a bit more, you know, how can I say, challenging moments, you know, and you have to solve this within the group, you know. And for me it was very important when I came to Turkey with this idea also of a contemporary music ensemble, that we try to do this in a so-called basis democratical way. That means, you know, the majority decides what has to be done, you know, or if there's a decision to do for yes or no, then we ask everyone, or we talk with all people throughout every opinion, you know, try to find a common ground. Of course, after such a long time, it's also nice to see what impact we had on the let's say on the musical scene, but also for young musicians or young composers. You know, we have quite different eğitim projects, educational projects in different universities in Turkey. You know, besides doing concerts. So this all comes together in a very exciting way. That each concert, even after 14 or 15 years, when we enter the stage together, it's also like a family. We know each other. You know the people. You know how they are reacting, and they know how you react, and everything together is much more deeper. It goes deeper in work, and I think that's the best motivation you can get. I mean, it goes really back to 2010. We were really honored by being invited to play our first, very first concert, which was on the 16th of January 2010 in Borusan Müzik Evi'nde, which was at the same time the kind of opening concert for that place, for Borusan Müzik Evi'nde. I think, if I remember correctly, there was one exhibition by Mercan Dede at that time, which was the very first thing they did, but the first concert they asked us to do. So it was a huge honor, and this collaboration goes on since that moment. We had many projects either directly or realized with Borusan. Some projects for several years we had a concert series together with Goethe Institute on Borusan, and sometimes we bring projects which we are performing somewhere else, just to do it also in Turkey in this hall, because I mean there's nothing like this. There are maybe 1-2 other places in the whole Turkey who are kind of similar to Borusan with the spirit, and also with a very experienced staff, and you know, from stage management and to project management, everything to work with Borusan always is kind of feeling like Yuva, you know, you're feeling like home. It's a home for us also, a musical home, and the size of the stage, everything, you know, fits for certain types of our projects, and we are very happy.